Hey Earth Signs, thank you for being here. This is Dawn Burgeons, Dawn Burgeons Tarot. I'm here with your March 23rd through the end of the month reading for the collective of Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. I'm not in my traditional spot. I don't really feel well today. I'm kind of healing from a broken tibia, stress fracture. So I kind of set things up by my bed. So just kind of look past everything else. We can just get straight to the message. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start with Virgo today, and then um, followed by more than likely Capricorn and then Taurus. But I will timestamp below. So, thank you again for being here. So, let's go ahead and get started with Virgo. Okay, Virgo, let's go ahead and get started with your reading for March 23rd through the end of the month. Collective of Virgo. What messages do we have for the sign of Virgo? Cards have been pre-shuffled. Okay. This was just a pop out, this Eight of Pentacles. I typically don't say pop outs, but I'm just going to kind of leave it here. Just on the strength to see what may come up. But, okay, so we have here the Three of Swords. We have the Lovers. And we have the Three of Cups. Can you see that? Okay. So, okay. A lot of air energy going on. We have Libra, we have Gemini. We also have some Cancer as well. This seems like definitely matters of a very complicated type of situationship, relationship. I'm feeling that there is some energy that is very or highly conducive to infidelity, into indecisiveness, into kind of a back and forth or run around type of situation with a person. Kind of this is something that's very unstable. I'm feeling like there is and I don't do reversals, but I can still, it's still pretty evident whenever there is like a negative connotation to the energy of the card or a positive one regardless. So it's still, and in this situation, I am feeling this Three of Cups just as being a situation where there is just too many people involved. And there's someone in this situation, they may or may not be privy to the full extent of the matters that may be at hand. In other words, like there may be something going on like behind their back, or something that has just not come to the forefront yet. I'm feeling like there's someone who is involved that is just pretty things are a little convoluted for this person. Like they don't know how to settle down. They don't know, like they want to. I'm feeling like they may say a lot of things regarding, like, being in a commitment, in a relationship. And I'm feeling like it's something that they really do want, but it's something that they struggle with, quite frankly. They have a hard time settling down with one person. They have a hard time saying no to people, to shunning people when certain opportunities arise. And I'm feeling like for some people, like a lot of times, the Lover's card, it's not just about, um, like it's beyond just the face value definition. It's about like making like understanding, because I'm feeling like okay, there's someone who feels like that this person is going to change. They feel like they have the power to change this person, and I'm feeling like whenever you make the decisions to be with someone, it's like a person can only do to you what you allow. You know what I mean? I'm getting like that type of energy. So I'm feeling like the situation at hand. What's for some people are not privy to the situation. Again, like this is something that they have an inkling of, kind of an inclination, but they're not certain. But for some people, they have like a lot of evidentiary facts and they know what's going on, but they feel like it's something that they can it's like they keep kind of feeding into it, like they keep arguing about it, they keep kind of going back and forth about it. But it's like you have, or even reading, having tarot readers kind of look at the situation for you. It's like, but you already have all of the evidence like right in front of you. So it's about making choices, is what I'm saying. Ultimately, the Lover's card is about choices and sticking with those choices. Yes, this person may have an emotional connection to you, but I feel like they're just not the type of person that's going to be. They're not a one-dimensional person when it comes to relationships. So yeah, is what I'm getting. Let me get a couple more cards. So we have the Magician and we have the Judgment card. And what this is telling me is that in this particular scenario, that this person is definitely kind of they're going to say, she or he or whoever, they're going to say whatever they need to say in order to have whatever they want, to have things on their terms. I'm feeling like for some people, they don't want to let you go, but they just want things on their terms. And I'm feeling like it's about seeing things for what it is and not for what you want it to be, or not for what someone is telling you. I'm feeling led to say that because a lot of times people fall for words really easily. Like people make something sound good, and they and it's easy to kind of fall into a trap, based on a lot of lies and the manipulation tactics that people practice sometimes, But I'm feeling like you have to be very observant and intuitive. Use your common sense and look beyond the veneer and the facade, and see things for what it is. And I'm feeling like for other people, I'm feeling like things can sometimes get a little petty. I'm being led to say, don't fight fire with fire. As these two candles burn, don't fight fire with fire, because it just makes things more expansive, and not in a good way. It makes things more catastrophic and bigger than what it is. So just either move on or accept it for what it is. Because I feel like I say, for a lot of people, whether for a fact or you just think I'm feeling like whoever this is for, and of course, be mindful, because I'm being led to say that in some situations there's someone who's going to come across this and they're already thinking the worst about their person, and they're gonna try to make this kind of fit their situation, but this is not for everyone. I'm feeling like there are some very like concise and obvious um, situations for the person this is for. Text messages, social media posts, um, people people in your ear, which can sometimes be, just a bunch of fluff. But if you have a multitude of people saying the same thing about one person, then it's kind of, like that type of thing. Like I'm feeling like it's neon flashing lights to a certain extent. um, so not just like you having a hunch, because you didn't get a phone call at a certain time or whatever the case may be. Like I'm feeling like whoever this is for is pretty obvious, but anyways, I'm being led to say don't fight fire with fire. Don't stoop to their level. Understand that there is something much better for you. Eight of Pentacles. I keep looking at that Eight of Pentacles. I'm feeling like that you have to work more, because I'm feeling like this situation has taken up a lot of your head space, your heart space, your time, your energy. Start working on other areas of your life, because I'm feeling like that's where your true love is going to come in. I'm being led to say that true love doesn't find you in the pits. And I'm not saying that you can't find true love, when you're in like a darker place, but I'm feeling like, the more effervescent and light your energy is, the more that you're going to attract that. But sometimes when we're in a dark and a sunken place, that's the type of energy that we draw in. That's never good for relationships. So just focus on yourself and what makes you happy. um, spend a few dollars on yourself. Like don't put yourself into debt. Take if you've never tried a dating site before, try a dating site. Like try, like do something different, switch it up. Do whatever just kind of gives you a spark to kind of channel your energy into something else. But don't keep engaging in the nonsense for those situations that may be a little toxic or petty. Just because this Judgment card is saying that you just need to let it go. Um, all of it, not just, like let it go, but still kind of linger behind a little, or still kind of engage it. You need to just let it fully go, and focus your attention and time on yourself, on building, on rebuilding, and on doing what you love, because the Eight of Pentacles that popped out, I'm feeling is very conducive um, to the matter, because there's a lot of like air. Well, there's air energy, there's water energy, and even a little fire. But this Eight of Pentacles is about your foundation and your own stability, and doing what really satiates and satisfies you overall. And again, I'm just being led to say that when you're happy and you can feel, and you just kind of let go, and you can just like release all of that excess, is when you attract, great energy, and great people as a result of that energy. So just be mindful of when and where you're coming into contact or into love prospects. Like what situations are you in during those moments where you're meeting certain people? Are you in a dark place at that time? Are you going through certain things that, that may make you vulnerable or more, and I'm not like, questioning your, like saying you're stupid or anything like that. I'm just saying, just energetically, just be mindful of how you exert your energy, and when and whose energy you let in during what times, if that makes sense. So yeah, pull Queen of Swords. So yeah, so just use your head. Think. I feel like you've been using your heart a lot. You've been thinking with your heart, which is sometimes good depending on how you are typically. If you're a person that's more kind of over analytical overthinker, then I would suggest, maybe lighten up, think, not over analyze, use your heart a little bit. But if you're a person who's more emotional, who loves to be in love, who's very relationship oriented, definitely, get your Queen of Swords on. That you know what you know. You can't be fooled. You're very observant. It's not about what you say sometimes or always about what you say. It's about what you're not saying, or it's about just paying attention and being receptive, and not just listening to what's being told to you, but looking beyond the facade that people can put on. This Queen of Swords, she's very inviting, and it's like she's saying, I'm just protecting myself. Like, don't get upset with me, um, for that. It's not about you. It's not about demeaning or disrespect, but it's about protecting myself, my sanity, my heart, my home. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna let anyone come and compromise any of that. So that's what I'm being um led to say, is just to think with your head a little more, because sometimes we all just, you know in certain situations we kind of lose ourselves a little bit, or lose a grip of reality, because whenever we become very kind of tied up into people, or fall in love, or all of that. So it's not just you, it's just how it is. But you deserve so much better, and I feel like there's so much better ahead for you. This Eight of Pentacles energy is, you're gonna be in a situation doing something that is, you're gonna be in a stress-free situation, one that is, something that makes you happy to get up in the morning, something that you think about at night, something that you like to do, something that's very low pressure, low stress. Like, that's what you deserve, just opposed to what you've been through in the past. So let that in, let that energy in, and work on your own energy in the process, for a smoother transferring of all of that, to ensure, again, that you aren't drawing in whatever it is you're putting out, so make sure you're putting out, um, the best that you can. Blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying. Now I'm just rambling, so let me go ahead and go. But this is your reading for today. I hope you got something from it. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you next time, sometime in April. I don't have a particular schedule yet. As things progress, that will change, but sometime in April. So, yeah, I'll see you then. Have a great rest of your March. Bye. Okay, Capricorn, let's go ahead and jump right in. Excuse me, cards have been pre-shuffled. Cards are very slippery. Okay. Excuse me. So we have Seven of Wands. We have High Priestess. And we have Two of Cups. Okay, so we have a little bit of Leo, we have some Cancer, a lot of water energy. I'm feeling like this could be, for some, maybe relationship oriented, or something involving that. But maybe, but not necessarily, of course. Hmm. I'm feeling like, there's someone who has been in a situation where they've been a little bit, things have been stagnant. There's been maybe a little bit of it's been a little challenging. I'll just put it like that for now. We'll go a little bit deeper into it in a moment. But yeah, there's been something that has been really challenging, and but I'm feeling like there's someone who has been doing a very effortless job and kind of warding off whatever may have, whatever attacks, whatever it is that may be getting thrown at you. You know, I'm feeling like you've been doing a pretty good job at standing strong, fighting, at warding off the adversaries in some situations. I'm feeling like this is because of that kind of connectivity that you have to your higher source. Um, yeah, I'm feeling that is something. I'm feeling that there is something that is in the works that is coming to fruition that is leading to a more like I'm feeling someone is coming out of a situation. I'm feeling like there is a metamorphosis that's happening. I'm feeling led to say that whatever someone is going through now, it is a result of for some people, not everyone, but for some people, it's a result of that person's own decision making. And like I'm feeling like someone is at this point kind of reaping what they sow, but it's really just like a learning curve. As sometimes we go through things to learn from them, and this is what is happening for some people. But again, I'm feeling like they're on the cusp of a very big breakthrough, and I'm feeling like there is something coming in that is very yoked, um, very blessed. There's someone coming into the picture that is giving you either a leg up or that is coming to bring a more loving situation. For some people, I'm feeling like as far as relationships go, because I'm feeling like for some people this could be a matter of business, but or something regarding something that like an endeavor a person is pursuing. But for others, in a couple of cases, I'm feeling like this is something that is regarding like a person that's been with someone who in the past has, okay, like this person became involved with another person because they, I guess there was an attraction or whatever, but they knew that this person already had someone, and now this person is kind of going through the same thing that, you know how people say, you go through the same thing, or if they did it to them, they'll do it to you type of situation, or I'm feeling that it may be a situation where you're with someone who it was kind of obvious and crystal clear like what you were getting into before getting into it, but you felt like you knew, how to navigate it, or you had kind of like the power to control the situation and you didn't. And now you're kind of coming back from that, you feeling like it's a battle you're kind of going through with this person or something along those lines. So take that how it fits. But yeah, we'll draw a couple more. I'm feeling like there's someone who is having to look within, who's having to go beyond to look, again, to call on a power, on their higher source, on spirit, on their spirit guides, um, or tapping into their a more, just kind of tapping into their higher consciousness. Of course, you know what the high priestess represents. They're tapping like they've been operating kind of, I'm not gonna say carelessly, but they've been kind of, they've been a little lax, and now it's like, okay, they're starting to see things a little more clearly. They're starting to like meditate more. They're starting to become more aware and conscious of their surroundings, of themselves, of how like they've contributed to certain situations that have happened. Maybe perhaps that's why they're going through this so effortlessly and gracefully, because they're accepting it and taking it for what it is, and they know that better days are to come. They're learning from what they've gone through, which is amazing. that just fell out. I'll take it. Okay. Oh, my light is about to cut off in a minute. Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, we have Nine of Wands. We have the Empress. And we have Queen of Wands. So we have some Pisces, Aries, and we also have some Sag. We have what this looks like to me, of course, this Nine of Wands. In this particular Nine of Wands, it's like she's looking. You can say she's looking ahead. You know, she can see the end in sight. And it's like sometimes with this particular Nine of Wands, I look at it like, you know, she's looking back. You know, she's looking behind her, because if you know, the Eight of Wands, it precedes this, and so it's like she's looking back and she's waiting for that the rapid succession. She knows the end is in sight, is what this Nine of Wands represents. And I'm saying she, of course, as always, it's not gender specific. It's just relative to the image is all. This Empress card, of course, in this one, you know, she is, well, you know, the Empress as it stands, you know, divine feminine, kind of like a very multifaceted individual. She is with child. She's comfortable. She's seated, but she's very powerful. Just even in that, in the position and the state that she's in, very great, graceful. And the Queen of Wands is a lot of feminine energy. Anyways, is also very multifaceted. She may be again, like, of course with wands it's about, you know, it can be very passionate, very as it involves love, you know, very passionate, very sexual, sensual. She can also be very creative, a firecracker. She's just a well-rounded individual. So yeah, I'm feeling like, again, this is just a person maybe feeling like they're in a state of lack as far as the physical aspect goes, but I'm feeling like there's a lot of grounding and kind of manifesting going on. And again, someone is coming in that is going to help you, help propel you forward, help your situation, help make you, help the situation in itself is going to make you feel better. Like, I'm feeling like, you know, again, there's growth. This Nine of Wands, it's about growth. It's about evolving through a process, going through kind of the ringer at times, you know, a very tumultuous situation, but coming out on top, coming out a better person. And this Empress energy and this Queen of Wands is telling me that there's a glow up that's happening. So maybe this person has been feeling like a little depressed. You know how, like, whenever we're depressed, we don't really feel like tending to ourselves in the same way that maybe we would on any given day, you know? So I'm feeling like it may be a situation like that for some people. Um, or maybe they're in a, if this is a relationship, they could be in a relationship that has made them feel that way, where they haven't really felt desired. That could be a part of it as well. And now they're moving forward into a new situation where they're going to feel like, you know, just kind of jazzing it up, where they're going to feel attractive again and wanted and appreciated. So, so yeah, it could be either or. This could be, again, a love situation for some people, and this could also be just a matter of life overall, like having to go through a particular situation. It could be as far as like your, like the like your residency, like where you're staying, like situations in that, like maybe with a roommate, or maybe not being able to find a secure situation just in general foundationally, and something is coming in, a great opportunity is coming in, or someone who is presenting a great opportunity, and this is going to afford you this glow up, this the increase in energy and stamina, and just feeling better overall. So again, just think about this Nine of Wands and know that the end is near. It is in sight, and that going through certain situations, like, you're gonna look back on this one day, and you're gonna feel so far removed from it, and so detached from it. It's not gonna even feel like something you literally went through. Is what I'm being, you know, led to say. Um, yeah. So yeah, just look forward to that. I'm feeling like for the love situation, there's someone who is just gonna bring out like that very, like of it, that sensual energy as well. Maybe you're in a situation where that is not really happening much right now. Like, that's the last thing you guys are really thinking about, or you're thinking about. Um, yeah. So yeah, Six of Wands. So people are gonna see. Um, People are going to see your evolution. People are going to recognize it. There are some people from the past that are going to represent themselves. There's people that are going to, that may have put you down at some point, or may have looked down upon you, that are going to either like really really hate that this has happened for you, or they're going to finally see what they maybe look beyond, maybe look down on, whatever the case may be. And it's not about them, but I'm just saying, like, whatever it is you're going through, it's going to be a noticeable change inside out, a change in situation, a change in status, a change in a lot of different areas. So, but as with everything, it's about free will. It's about how you go through this process, how you evolve through this. Stay very tuned in. Always meditate, always go to spirit, always practice gratitude. No matter whatever you're going through, there's always something to be grateful for. Always practice humility, and just keep your eyes open. As for intuition and discernment, stay focused. Don't let anyone's kind of pull you back in to nonsense, and everything is going to work out just fine. I think that the universe has you. You just have to be willing to, as always, accept and receive. Um, yeah, so yeah, that's what I have for you guys, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here. This is Dawn Burgeons, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Taurus. So, last but not least, let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what we have for you guys for today. Cards have been pre-shuffled. Messages for Taurus for the collective. Okay. Start with this. So we have the Four of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so you may be dealing with a fire sign, obviously. You may have fire in your chart, or maybe not. It could just be the energy. There's a lot of there's something to be very happy about. Um, of course, this Four of Wands, if you can see in this particular image, um, there's a string, a vine that is like kind of hung upon this, I'm sorry, this door frame. And it's kind of adorned with grapes. It's a very fruitful vine. And it's kind of indicative to the the foreshadowing of the situation is something that is to be celebrated because it's something that is long standing or capable of being long standing. Of course, with everything, is how we, you know, play the cards we're dealt. It's about how we um, navigate, but it's something that is divinely guided, and it is something again that is worth celebrating. Like they're dancing into the night. It feels like everyone is just kind of left, and they're still so just into each other. They're still very much engaged, and yeah, again, very fruitful because it's a new beginning. It's something that is there's someone who has been um ma- manifesting or really wanting or working towards something new, something different. The Seven of Wands, of course, it's about being ready to come. It's about being ready to deal with whatever may come um, throughout this particular situation, which means for me that like there's someone, because this doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. This could just be the arrival of a very good situation or something you've really been wanting, and understanding that with anything there will be challenges that will arise, but as with all challenges, they're just temporary. It's something that you will be able to get through gracefully. It's something that you will be prepared for, and something that you will overcome. So just don't let it throw you off of whatever path you may be on. If this is a relationship, it's saying to work on it because this is something worth working on. If that makes sense. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting. Or it may be someone going through a situation like that right now, like you may be going through some petty differences with your mate, but the good outweighs the bad, and the things that you guys squabble about, it's really not worth it. Um, it's petty, and they're a good person, and I'm feeling led to say, to see the good. Don't just always focus on the bad. For some people, the same thing with situations that may arise, or a new job, or a new hobby, or a new situation. Don't just give up at the first sight of any type of little, inconvenience. So we have the Magician, and we have the Six of Cups. So there could be someone who is, um, I'm feeling kind of guided to say that there's someone who is not fully using all of their gifts or talents. Like they may be focused on, because like the standard definition of this card, it's about using um, or having in your possession, all of the suits, all of the tools that you need. But I'm feeling like there's someone who isn't fully capitalizing, or who's not fully um, using the resources that they have for a particular thing. So whatever, you can take that how it fits your situation, but I'm just feeling like you need to um, realize all of your talents, realize all of your gifts, and use like it's. I don't know. I'm feeling like there's someone who is just not aware of the power they have in a situation. I'm feeling like there's someone who needs to be more vocal. There's someone who needs to speak up. There's someone who needs to fake it till they make it. if that makes sense. Yeah. The Six of Cups, it is conducive for me to someone that is, if you look at the two images, this looks like kind of her younger self. I'm feeling like this is a situation where, and she's gifting herself, this cup. And it has more roses than the other cups, more flowers than the other cups. Um, I feel like she's giving herself a lot of love and forgiveness. I feel like if she could go back in time and do things over again, she would give herself more love and grace and um, more room to grow. For some people, like maybe they grew up a little bit too quick. It could mean that maybe they need to relax a little bit. Hmm. I'm feeling like someone needs to see their worth and not be their own block. Um, just a moment. Page of Cups. And Knight of Cups. Yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling like there may be someone who's been kind of resistant. Like maybe there's someone who feels a little bit apprehensive about moving forward in love, or maybe a little apprehensive about moving forward in this endeavor that they really want to pursue because they don't feel qualified, they don't feel capable, they don't feel worthy, or they just don't know how to go forward. Like maybe they don't know how to be in a relationship or in a or or maybe they just haven't thought about it. Um, but I'm feeling like, this Page of Cups and this Knight of Cups for me. Page of Cups and Knight of Cups, respectively. Oh. What was I gonna say? Well, first of all, there's a lot of fire and there's a lot of water as well. So yeah, so this for me, it's something that you really, really love or really want to do, or it's something really loving and passionate that wants to come in, and maybe you're just not letting it. Um, one of the two, but this Page of Cups and Nine of Cups for me, it's about progression. Page of Cups and this particular Page of Cups, and if my phone cuts off, then I'll just come back because I feel like it's about to. But anyways, this Page of Cups, if you notice, on one side he still has the long hair, which reveals, and on the other end, the other side, he's more clean shaven, which reveals to me that this person, he is in the process of growth. He may not be fully ready to let everything go yet, but he's getting there. And this Knight of Cups, they're very forward moving. They are like a lot of the knights, they may be a little bit very, what's the word I'm looking for? A little haphazard, like very just ready to make a move, you know what I mean, without fully thinking things through. Um but either way, I feel like the intentions are good. In this particular situation, I'm feeling like this is saying to me that there is someone who is getting there. Um this could be you, or this could be the person that is coming in that may have been like, this may be a situation where it started off maybe an attraction or something that was just kind of a fling, but they're starting to see, okay, this is someone that is I'm interested in for the long term. Like this person is making me think differently or feel differently. Or on the contrary, it could be you, something coming in and maybe you're not used to it, but through just again letting go and realizing your power, knowing that you're worth it, and trust and being able to trust. I feel like there may be some people who may be very, I don't know, like head over heart about a situation. I'm not sure what the block is. You may have to just take it how it fits. But they've been kind of warding off love, or maybe, they're just about having fun. Um, but now it's like Spirit is saying, no, I have something deeper, something better for you. Or something to that effect is what I'm getting. Because again, this Four of Wands and Ace of Wands is something that is going to again be long standing. It's something I'm feeling like for some people, there will be children involved in the future. Or just a very good, solid foundation. And a lot of passion and love. If you want to, because again, it's about free will and what we choose to accept and what we don't. So it's up to you. This person may be, again, a water sign or a fire sign. Yeah, and just be aware, just be aware and keep your eyes open for what may come. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you, Taurus, for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.